Hi, everyone. Ah, what am I enjoying today? Canada Dry, ginger ale, zero sugar. That's better. I wasn't going to make it. I wasn't going to make it. I've been in here too long, crafting and having fun. Hello, everybody. So I'm joining you live on Sunday, June 23rd. How is it like the last week ish of June? We're officially into summer now, unless you're in uh, the southern hemisphere. And then I hope you're enjoying the cool temperatures and don't flaunt it in my face because it's like 100 degrees here, Fahrenheit, just probably 40 in Celsius. Yeah, I have no idea. Um, but anyway, hello, everybody. Hi, girls. Hi. Come on in, say hello, like the lovely Anna, Gian, and Jean have just done. And sit back for a little stamp and chat sketch. This is where I present the sketch and then I give you a couple of interpretations, my interpretations of it. And then I post the sketch along with the cards I have made onto my Facebook page, The Stamping Zoo. And then, if you feel so inclined, you can post your sketch in the comments below my sketches. And at the end of each month, I draw for a prize, and everybody gets entered if you enter a sketch photo, as well as if you place an order with me. You get entered into the drawing. So, hello. Hey, Alicia. How's it going? We're going to talk about Alicia first. We have a couple of things going on. I'm not even going to keep you in suspense. Plus, you know from reading the title, we are going to play with Frosted Forest. So today begins part one of a 5-part series for you, a very Stampin' Zoo Christmas. I think that's what I called it. But basically, we're playing with lots of current and online exclusives that will be going live to customers on July 3rd that have to do with winter/Christmas. This particular one, I'm even going to make a fall card. Now, I know it's not a fall series, but you know what? It's my card. And that's what I wanted to make. And I think you'll like it. I want to show you the versatility of this set. So we're actually going to make a Christmas card and a fall card. Jean's at 84 degrees. Oh, Jean, it was like 104 yesterday when I went to that wedding. And you know what? No problem. I mean, it was hot, don't get me wrong, but it was on this beautiful property that was um, right on the Boise River. You can rent it for such an occasion. And it was gorgeous. And there was very little sun. And they had a tent and they had these huge, like 5 foot tall fans. And I ended up sitting at a table that was right by the fan. No, that was no accident. Oh, we ate tacos from a taco truck, chips, salsa. It was delicious. Like, I'm gonna look up this truck was called Lucky Root. I don't know why, but I remembered the name because it was throw down good. And then they had these delicious little desserts, little teeny pies, little short cupcakes. Oh, it was all so good. And the bride and groom were wonderful. I love these two young people. So it was an excellent day. It was definitely not, I wouldn't have been outside. I would have missed all that, right? So anyway, I hope you all have been having a great weekend as well. We're going to go ahead and get started. I am going to bring on a few little graphics for you. Now, if you are not aware, I have begun my BOGO sale. So please check it out. Again, it's on it's on a Facebook group that's not private. You do have to be on Facebook though to at least view it right now. And so please take a look at that. I will be leaving it as BOGO for a few days, and then I'm going to switch it over to BOGO/cash. So you will have the option of cash, but a couple of things. I'm going to cross post things at that point. So they will be on different sites, which means lots of other people will be looking at them. And you don't get the BOGO. I mean, if you choose the cash, you don't get the BOGO feature, right? So you have a little more flexibility, but then lots of other people will be looking at the product. So for the best selection and a great BOGO deal, go over there now and you can find the link if you are following my email. I've sent it out 2 or 3 times. And if you're not following my email, please do so. My goodness, you're going to miss out on lots of good little deals and Stampin' Up! And Stamping Zoo news. You just need to go to thestampingzoo.com. A purple pop-up box will prompt you for your name and email. That's all you need to do. It's all free. So, okay. So there's a host code. When you are ordering via BOGO, you get instructions from me, but this is a host code. If you would be so kind, always use my host codes for your orders of $150 or under. That allows me to gather the host rewards and turn around and give them right back to you in the form of extras in your kits, the giveaways that I do here, etc. So it really does help me make the most of the products we have to offer. All right. So Alicia was tasked at the retreat that I had last weekend. Alicia, first of all, Alicia Bongiorno, she's here right now. She is a team member of mine, but more importantly, a friend. We met over Stampin' Up, but we have been friends for 10 or 12 years. I don't know. A lovely soul, a very talented card maker. Okay, so she was tasked with using the fabulous fins, fun fins. We'll look it up in a minute. And she made 6 projects. I didn't get one of them photographed. That was my bad. But I did a reel of this one, so you probably saw it. It is an interactive card. The fish spin around. Now, they spin around backwards, smoother than forwards, which is kind of funny. So we love it. We love it all. All right, here's another one. Look at this. Friendly fins. Thank you, Alicia. That's why she was tasked with doing it. Okay, look at this. I mean, first of all, the thing I love most about this is this coral. It's on colored cardstock, and then she used different blends, and or it might not be on colored cardstock. You can tell us, Alicia. It may be on white cardstock. But as you are looking at these photos, you can tell us what you think of them. And you can also tell us, would you like Alicia to come live and make one of these cards with us? Because I really would like that. She's a little nervous. I told her she doesn't have to share her face if she doesn't want to, although she's lovely, but you know, that stresses people out sometimes. But I would love for her to come on and make cards. So if you would like that, please tell Alicia what you think of her cards in the comments and tell her you would like her to come live. Okay. So anyway, it's beautiful. Hello, Cindy. It's on crushed curry. So down here on the coral reef, she took crushed curry, die cut it, and then started using all sorts of blends. And it's very convincingly a coral reef. And she used the designer series paper from the Thoughtful Wishes suite on a couple of these cards. And it's just, it blows me, well, out of the water. I never would have thought, of course, of combining those, which is why Alicia was in charge. Now look at this. Is this not gorgeous? Lobsters celebrating a birthday with seashells. This one's great. Just everything, the coloring, the layout. And she used a beautiful bouquet. I can't remember right now. It was a birthday set, birthday suite. And oh, Alicia, trouble, Alicia. Everybody wants you to come live. Hello, Kathleen. Look at this masterpiece. So this has 3 different layers to it. This is what it looks like straight on. I mean, it's the ocean, right? And then this is what it looks like sideways. Isn't that great? Oh, she probably used at least everything a couple of times. and the die cutting and coloring. I mean, she threw everything at it. Every trick in the book, she threw at that. Isn't it gorgeous? I love it so much. So thank you so much, Alicia. And I wouldn't have you come on and make this one. It would take you a little time to do that. We will be pleased with anything you make. And finally, the one that I didn't get a picture of, which was great, is she made a tag, and it was for gummy sharks. And so it ended up going, um, as she said, to raffle it off as a raffle gift. And so we raffled it off. And then I didn't get its picture, but it's very cute. So I know, Cindy, aren't they great? Now you just came in on the cusp, and yeah, they're Alicia's. So I love them. Okay. So changing gears now, but feel free to keep your comments coming on Alicia's cards. Um, I have some cards for you as well. If you would like to do a stamp a stack, I have a few coming to you this summer. The first one is featuring country flowers. I will show you the cards when I point you down, but you'll make two of four different designs, and you get a lot of product in here, what you see in this list. And this is the featured bundle. You can add this bundle to your order if you would like. You can buy it from yourself and just purchase the kit from me, or you can use whatever you have in your stash. This is the kit. This is what it looks like. So this is all the product that you get. I cut up here at the top are all of your card kits with envelopes, and then you get a quarter pack of two different kinds of DSP. You get a full pack of the basic gray and smoky slate embellishments, as well as a half a bolt of the ribbon combo pack, which is white and petal pink. Yes. So it's I can't remember. I think it's $40 of product or whatever, but um, the the cost of the kit is $45, which includes your shipping, which will be priority. And then if you just want to join in the PDF tutorial, then I'm happy to do that for you. That should say $10. It's only $10 to get the PDF. There are no videos with these cards because they're simply simple. They're stamp a stack, right? And as I show them to you in a minute, you'll see what the designs look like. Here we are, and here are the dates coming up. So basically, I'm going today through Friday of next week, but taking off Wednesday because I have a book club and I can't miss that. So if you, I will, I'm going to try to go live at 6:30 the rest of the nights, but it might be a little bit later. I'll give you a little bit of notice, but the best way for you to know for sure when I'm starting the videos is just to like and follow my Facebook page or subscribe to my YouTube channel. And if you've not done so, please jump over there and subscribe to my YouTube channel anyway, because I think I need a few more viewers in order to show my live comments. Otherwise, they go away. And I like to keep up with people and answer their questions or say thank you for comments, but I can't do that because the comments are going away as soon as the live video goes away. And I do believe it's because I think I have 605 viewers and I must need a few more. So if you haven't, please do that. I would love it so much. And here is what you're looking for when you go over to the Facebook page to look for the BOGO sale. It's this retiree rocker, right? I'm not going to be rocking in a rocking chair like that because that thing looks uncomfortable. But it's just your visual, okay, for the BOGO sale. So thank you so much for listening to all that. I hope some of it appeals to you. And let's change the screens around here. So back to the Country Flowers class. These are the designs of the cards you will make. So you'll have supplies to make two of these plus extra supplies. You'll have all these card kits, etc., right, to make these cards. But then you'll have a lot of extra designer series paper, and you will have extra embellishments and ribbon. So please think about joining this. I just went through my supplies and all I need to order are some embellishments. So I'll be getting those out pretty soon. Okay, so here's our sketch. And I just made it up. Sometimes the sketch, what do I want to say? Form follows function or function follows form. Sometimes the sketch follows a card I want to make, and sometimes the card I make follows the sketch. Well, today it's the sketch follows the card I wanted to make. So this is roughly, and it doesn't, again, an interpretation of a sketch doesn't need to be right down to the T. Now, this says 5/8 by 2.5. Okay. It's the smallest banner die in the stylish shapes, and we'll be cutting that out together. But anyway, this is your sketch, and you will see that later on tonight in the Facebook post where you can post your sketches. And I think this will be the last one for the month of June. So if you want to get your name in the drawing and have a little fun with the sketch, then do so. Oh, really? I wonder why. Okay. So here is the first bundle that we're going to feature, and it has some fun things with it. It has the addition of stencils. Okay. So each different tree, we'll talk about those, has 3 different stencils. And yes, we're going to use them on today's cards. So the stamp set, I mean, it's gorgeous. The first thing that caught me, of course, is this. This is a giant sequoia. I think you just call them sequoia because it's a given. Now I looked this up. The tallest recorded sequoia is 380 feet. It's 38 stories. There is I live in Boise, Idaho. Uh, Biggest small town, I feel like. We're getting big time now. They are building a high rise next to the building I work in. It's 25 stories. I can't believe how tall it is. And so to think about a tree being 38 stories tall, it's unreal. Also, they are said to be 3,266 years old. Oldest, I believe, the oldest known um, trees. And you can find them in the Sierra Nevadas, which is, well, obviously they're the oldest in North America. I don't want to get into, as I'm thinking about that, there's probably some older ones, but you can find them in the Sierra Nevadas. They need very specific climates, and you can go to California and see them. They are along with redwoods. They're not the same tree, very different trees, okay? But they both grow gigantic. So anyway, that's more than you wanted to know. But I'm in love with evergreen trees. So sequoia here. Here we've got more like cedar, fir, pine. You can call them all those things. Okay. So it's got some great sentiments. It's got thank you, which is always fantastic. Thinking of you and how you strengthen my life. Birthday wishes for a day as great as you are. And no beauty shines brighter than that of a good heart. Oh, I hope I can get that into work that into a card because I love it. And then finally, we have this sweet little uh, bird, nondescript bird. Uh, the image looks much like the tree. They're just like they're not line drawn. They're like these little short um, movements with the pen. So I love it. Okay, it's photopolymer. Oh, most of them are on blocks. And what we're going to do first is I die cut this. So the dies, there's a lot of versatility in these dies. And one thing I like to do when I have time, which is really not often, let's be honest, but I like to die cut them and keep a sample with the stamp set so that when my customers come and look at the stamp set when they're making cards, they get to see what the different shapes do. So will you please help me for a minute? Let's put this together. Let's see if all this will fit on here, fit in the stamp set. we can make it fit. Now look, these trees, they have both an outline, so you can just die cut the trees, or you can also add a dimensional piece. And this dimensional piece is different. This is more like a fir tree is kind of horizontal like that, a noble fir. And then, of course, you have the sequoia. It's so tall that, you're envisioning that this trunk goes way down 380 feet, right? And you can either, again, use it to die cut the stamped image, or you can add some dimension to it, or you can even add more dimension to it still by putting this on, right? You can use this branch. You need a little something for your Halloween. And then finally, we have two of the birds. So let's get these down here real quick. And we have this one, which is great. And you can use on the bottom of a card. Maybe we'll end up using this today. So when I have one card completely finished that we're going to make, and the second card, I had these different ideas for it. And I was going to have you make part of it with me. And then right before I came live, I was like, oh, no, I want to do something else with it. So we are going to create on the fly together and see what we can come up with. I think it's going to be pretty good. Okay, now these might not be centered beautifully. I don't know because I need to make sure I have enough room for all these things, right? Hmm. What? How about this? This? This may have to go up on that. There. Okay. Good enough. So it's like I said, it's nice to have this little sample sheet. Um, yes, you can see the dies. Yes, you can see the stamp set. But I don't know about you, but sometimes I just want to physically die cut the shape and see what it looks like. So I do that. Okay, so this, I am using the stamp set. As I said, it's live to customers July 3rd. But how did I get it? Well, I have it because as demonstrators, we can order lots of things early. Uh, most releases, I never say all because I don't know what's coming up, but most releases, the company allows us to order about a month early, play with things, show them off, get familiar with them. And so that's why I have these. And I have so many more new things to bring you during this series, but I don't want to forget things that are current or still current. One thing I was thinking about was the Merriest Trees bundle. I really like the dies in that one. And so I'm sure it'll be making an appearance. But today we are just using two of the stamp set, and we're going to bring in a sentiment set that's also new. Okay, so, and new papers, just new, new, new. I'm going to be using basic beige, and if you have not added that to your stash yet, I highly recommend you go over to my BOGO sale, enjoy it, give something a new home, and then purchase your basic beige products. And we have ink, and we have Stampin' Pad, ink refill, and ribbon. Oh, you know what I should do on this one? That one really is wanting to go up on dimensionals, isn't it? And it'll still fit in my stamp case. So I cut this basic white thick paper at 5x7 so that I could put it in with the stamp set, right? Because I keep my stamps and dies separately. Just that's how I like the organization of them. But also, I don't want to always think about this stamp set as needing this die and vice versa. I want to be able to pull this and use this tree with any other sentiments. And I feel like if I physically keep the dies only with this stamp set, that's what my brain thinks is, oh, you can only use this when you have these stamps. So it helps me to think outside the box. Okay, let's put this on. Oh my gosh, this is so cool. This is so cool. Look at this. Look at this tree. It's fantastic. Oh my gosh, I love it. I like those colors even. And that wasn't planned. I just grabbed the neutrals and the royals or regals because they were out, and away I went. Pretty funny. Now, a couple of these, yes, they have all sorts of little pieces and parts that you can take the time to dig out. And I probably will when I use them on cards, but I'm not going to do that for this. It's just to get the general idea of the shape and see the options. Oh my gosh, this is a pretty little setup. So see all these dies you get and think about all the different sets you already have that these dies will enhance. Alicia says she always does a sheet of the die cuts and puts in the back of the stamp set inside the clear sleeve. Oh, so you put it like back here. What a good idea. I wonder if they'll fit in here, even though I have put, might be too big, actually. Next time I'll think about that though and cut. Okay, so let's see. Can we do Alicia's little trick if I'm understanding her? Oh, wait. Hot mama. Yes. Look at that. Is this how you do it? Okay. So I think it'll be fine. And they'll still be protected in there, even though it's three-dimensional. Wow. Even better than inside. So you don't even have to. Well, now I've got extra work to do. I love this so much. And then when I go to sell these, when they retire, it'll be really nice to just be like, here are your dies. This is what they look like. Okay. Oh, thank you for, oh, thank you. Yes, thank you for adding more work. Alicia, I think I would like you to come and work for me, please. I will pay you in Rice Krispie treats and vodka. What do you think? Okay, everybody, let's get started by adapting our sketch into this card. I wanted to make this card. This is a case of something that was online in the Stampin' Up on the Stampin' Up website. So then I was like, well, that's my sketch. So if you don't already know this, there are a lot of sketches online, right? You just have to look on Pinterest or even just put in your, here, even just look in your browser and put card sketches with measurements, and you will find so many ideas. But of course, we have some now in our annual catalog. I think it's about page 28. Let's see. How about 22? Yeah. So there's a lot of them right down here. And at least two of the ones that I have done with you on this Stampin' Chat sketch have already, I've just gotten straight from there. This doesn't have measurements. Okay, but that's all right. Okay, what? Angry face? Come on, I just started. Cindy Howard, angry face, really? I know. I know. Either you were like mad that something wasn't available, or because if there's somebody who's never going to give me an angry face, like angry at me, it's going to be Cindy Howard. Anyway, it's pretty funny. For the what? For the Chantel, we can use any bundle. For the country class, is that what you're talking about? For the country flowers? You can, yeah, I design with the country flowers, but you can use any bundle you want, and I provide the card stocks. So the way the kit is, the way all my kits are, is that I provide cardstock for you to die cut anything from the featured bundle. But all of the other things, like I used radiating stitches dies in that class, I kept those for you. So yeah, Lori, same as other kits you've had from me. So oh, okay. So this is really fun. I think I'm going to show off these really cool um, stencils. Why can't I think of that word? And also show off the basic beige. That's what this is, right? It's so pretty. So away we go. And remember, you can reference this on my Facebook page. Okay. Not right this minute, but tonight. Give me a little time after this, and then I'll come back and put it on. Oh, Cindy, isn't it fun? It's on the Stampin' Up page. So, I mean, I will tell you what I buried, which was only the designer series paper. Um, they used some paper from something that I must not have. Weird, had that happen. I thought about everything. The only thing that didn't immediately appeal to me was the stamp set with the bells in it, whatever that one is. But I love all the paper and stuff. And I think I must have missed getting a pack of the paper. That's okay. I need to place another order tonight for some other stuff. So I'll get it. I'll get it. You're fine, Lori. I speak Lori. I understand what you were talking about, I think. Okay, so I've got here for the insert, I've got some peach pie. And for the outside, for the sentiment, I've got pumpkin pie. It's all about the pie. Well, kind of. Basic beige is the outlier, but then I colored with pecan pie. So, right? It's all about the pie. Okay, let's get into this. So, first of all, we're going to stamp with basic beige. Basic beige comes out kind of khaki. And so I am glad we're going to have this opportunity to stamp with it. I hope the lighting looks pretty close today. And so anyway, I think you're going to be able to see it, but it dries back. Okay. It dries back to obviously match the cardstock. It's a perfect match. But just know that just like with a lot of things, the colors, when you initially put them on the paper, are a tad different. And even this ink pad, look at this ink pad, looks like a khaki. Okay, so I am just stamping these around, right? And this one ends here, but that's okay because we're going to put some paper over that, or it should be over that. Yep. Okay, and then I brought a bird in because they did. Again, I'm just casing, copying, and selectively editing. I forgot to rinse this out, so I hope I don't put my hand in a bunch of green. I was playing blending brush, but if we don't like, what, Jean? I think I know what you were talking about, which is so funny. I think you were going to tell her if she didn't like country flowers, she could use something else. Yeah. Oh, sorry. No, you were going to say if you don't like pie, you can have cherry cobbler. Yum. I think that would be my choice eating wise, but I love pie. I don't even turn down pie when the crust is icky. I just don't eat that part. So pie at the wedding, it was really good. It was pretty good. I think the one I chose wasn't the best. It was a cherry pie. Um, but man, it was cute. It was so cute. Because they were all little. They were just like little 4-inch pies, and it had a little lattice top on it. It just wasn't very cherry-ish. I don't know. But I'll tell you what, I was stuffed full anyway from the taco truck. And then they made these things. Oh my God, what they call them? Russian roulette. Perfect name for this. It was a jalapeno half with cream cheese in it. Maybe something else too, but then it was wrapped in bacon and brown sugar. And they call it Russian roulette because sometimes the jalapenos are spicy and sometimes they're mild and you just don't know. And I believe I got a spicy one. And I was out of, well, I was drinking Prosecco at the time anyway, which does not help when you are eating something spicy. So I'm grabbing linen thread. Okay, and this paper came from a paper pack called Iconic Imagery. Okay, so we're using cherry cobbler today, actually, Jean. Okay, this is a new roll. Boy, I should have thought this. I should have come on and, or I should have opened this before I came on live with you. Sometimes this is the biggest challenge, but my goodness. So yeah, man, that taco truck was phenomenal. And none of the salsas were particularly, oh, look, there we go. None of the salsas were particularly spicy, but they had tremendous flavor. Okay, so with um, linen twine, linen thread, because it comes on the roll, sometimes I do this a little bit. It takes some of the kink out of it, kind of like my curly hair. And so that's really easy to get it to lay a little bit straighter, but I like some of it. So I want it to be wavy, not curly. And I'm kind of holding it here on the front. I'm going to tie a bow just about center, and then I'm going to hide hide a little bit of it with, I'm going to put it underneath the sentiment. Okay, so I wrapped it 3 times. I'm holding it with one hand and I'm futzing around. Look at, I said futz. Looking for my reverse tweezers that come in the embossing essentials kit, embossing additions kit. I think it's additions. And then I'm going to tie my bow here. Now I can take that out, tighten it up. And when you are adjusting the loops on linen thread, it's most helpful, I find, if you hold the knot down and then pull the loop in. And then it doesn't seem to twist around on itself. Now, I want these loops to be a little bit bigger though, because see, I want them to come out from behind the sentiment. So we shall have it. And it is so decreed. All right, we'll fine tune that if we need to later. By the way, I just jumped right in like you all knew me. Some of you may not know me, and if you don't, hello and welcome. I am Lisa Harden. I'm coming to you live from a super hot Boise, Idaho. My business is called the Stamping Zoo. I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. One of the things that means is that I sell all of these beautiful products. So when I'm talking about the embossing additions kit, and when I'm using my seal, and when I'm talking about basic beige, all you have to do is go over to thestampingzoo.com, hit the Shop Now tab, and find all sorts of beautiful paper crafting products from our fantastic company, Stampin' Up! Over 35 years old and going strong. We have something for every paper crafter. I promise you, we do. So take your time, look through the website. You can contact me with questions, right? You know, I will take your calls, your texts. You can reach me at 208-830-6328. If you are trying to scam me, please don't bother because I will have some choice words for you. It's fun. I find that very fun. But all kidding aside, just text me, tell me, what, ask me what your question is, and then I'll know to answer your phone call. Okay. Hello, Carol. How's it going? It's very nice to see you. Okay, let's get that little thank you stamp. Do a little more stamping here. Now, this guy, when I was putting these stamps on the block, they reminded me of Mrs. Wareheim. If you're not familiar with Mrs. Wareheim, then you didn't go to Butteview Elementary when I did. She was my second grade teacher. She taught us penmanship, right? I don't know. Are the kids learning that now? Don't even get me started. But so she taught us, penmanship. And I remember when I was in the first grade, remember I have always told you that I'm a people pleaser. I was definitely loved all my teachers. and wanted to please them, which made for a lovely school experience. Okay. So, anyway, I remember when I was in the first grade, I would walk by Mrs. Wareheim's class, and she had all of they hang the letters up around the room, the alphabet letters. And she had the cursive letters. And I remember thinking, I don't know what those are right now, but I'm going to find out. Yep, I do. And I did. And Mrs. Wareheim was no nonsense. She was a little scary. She didn't allow for a lot of horseplay in her room, which I'd be like that kind of a teacher now. We thought she was probably about 80 years old. In reality, she was probably 35. And anyway, I grew to love Mrs. Wareheim, and she taught me penmanship. So now I think back to some of the things. I'm not quite sure I agree with it. Like for me, it wasn't bad. One of the things I'm thinking about right now, which I'll try not to get too far off on a tangent, but we all made these little projects, and you could either put a cat or a dog into a Christmas stocking, with construction paper, not this, not nice like this. And anyway, and then they, you know, mimeographed the cat and the dog, and you colored them, cut them out, put them on the top of this, coming out of the stocking. But during that time, as we were taking our spelling tests, if you missed a word, she took a hole punch and put a punch in your stocking, which, again, I was an excellent speller, and it did propel someone like me. I didn't want a hole punch in my stocking, but I think now, oh my God, some of the little kids that weren't good at spelling, can you imagine? They took theirs home and it was all like janky with holes in it. I don't know if I like that. And I don't even know that, I don't know. Teachers would probably get fired for doing that now. But anyway, so when I say like there was a little carrot and there was a little stick in Mrs. Wareheim's class. And I was all about getting the carrot. But I think like God, people like my little brother, who shall remain unnamed, he's a horrible speller. And I don't know. Part of that was probably because he didn't apply himself. And part of that was probably because it's just how his brain works. His poor little cat or dog would have been full of holes. It wouldn't have been anything to bring home. It would have just been a cat on a little bit of scraggly cardstock. But she was a heck of a penmanship teacher. Okay, what you saw me do here was I took the rest of this paper and I put it inside my card because life is too short to not have designer series paper in the card, on the card, around the card. Put it on the back of the card if you want. We're always hoarding this paper, or we don't even know we're hoarding the paper, but we always have these stacks of paper, and it's like, use the paper. Use more than 3 embellishments. Now, I did use 3 embellishments here. I felt that was adequate, but stop saving this stuff. First of all, we have more. We have new things all the time. So if one thing sells out, it's okay. Just get something else. So there's my advice to you. Use the paper. Okay, now I'm going to stamp our beautiful sequoia in pecan pie. Okay. And then we are going to begin its transformation. Oh, that's so pretty. Okay. Now I hand colored this one, but we're going to do something. I didn't hand color the whole thing, but I hand colored the first layer. And then it dawned on me, oh yeah, I don't have to do that. So new and improved. Oh, yeah, it is a very beautiful card. I mean, yes, I am making it, but the little tree dies. I know. That's going to be really handy. I was like, where did my dies go? Right here. Thank you to Alicia. Yes, this very handy. Any again, just like the Halloween thing, if you want to make Halloween with it, trees that don't have any leaves on it always remind me of Halloween. But doesn't it could be for anything nature related. Okay, while I was gabbing, I put the pecan pie away. And really, I wanted to do a second generation stamping on the inside. Now I'm going to bring it down so the trunk, so the trunk is down. So it looks like it's sprouting up. And we'll go ahead and just put it in there. It's light. Speaking of, it's a little dark over here, isn't it? Sorry about that. It's how it goes sometimes. And I didn't want to rig up the lights. It's just like one extra thing that gets in my way of getting online and having fun. Okay, pieces and parts starting to come together. This guy starting to come together. All right, we are going to take these out of the way right now because we need to bring in masks and some tape. Now, look, you can use this stuff over and over. It's the labeling and cover up tape via Amazon, via Post-it. I think Scotch probably has a similar product. I just find that the tack on this stuff is like perfect. Perfect to hold my die cuts down, but not rip the paper. Okay, so each set of trees has 3 different layers, and you can see there's all sorts of inking that's been going on. Okay, so that's for the other trees that we're going to do for the next card. And so this one, where they run off to? Where have I decided to put them? Oh, literally right under my hand. Okay, so you've got this one, you've got this one, and you've got this one. And how in the world do you know what you're supposed to do? Well, you've got a number 1. See that right there? By the notch, you've got a number 2, and then you've got a number 3. And that's how you should use them in that order. And the notch is there so that you can put it on paper and you can line them up with each other. I'm feeling confident enough since I have stamped it that I can line this up. Okay. And now if I didn't stamp it, then I would go ahead and put it onto grid paper and all that. But here's the cool thing with using the glass mat is you don't need the grid paper. You can just work right from the mat and it cleans up so nicely and easily. And the glass mat too will be available to you, lovely customers, beginning July 3rd, $60. It's not just the glass mat. It also comes with the silicone palette and a chamois. And again, that will be July 3rd. Do the masks come with the bundle? Yes. I know this because I ordered the bundle and I ordered the masks, and I have 2 sets of masks. But that's okay. I'll tell you why it's okay in a minute. Okay, pecan pie. So this is a very fun thing to do is use our blending brushes. Sorry, my blending brushes are down here. They're kept in the last drawer. So I have to go digging here, but never fear, I will return. I will return. Ta-da! All right, we have mini brushes and we have full-size brushes. This one looked like it was a good color, so that's why I'm using it. Now see, I can rub this off right over here, okay? Then I can come on to my mask and I can add as much or as little as I want. Now I use the blends on this one. So you can compare, right? And I'm not even doing any kind of blending. You can blend. You can do light on one side and move into darker with your blending brush. I'm not even doing that. Ooh, that's gorgeous. Okay, that's darker than the light pecan pie blend, and I love it. The coloring is pretty intense. So now let's see. That's everything we're going to do with the pecan. So I'm just going to take it. Oh, that sound hurts my teeth. And then we're good with that one. Okay. Now let's bring in, here's the deal. Here's where I got fancy on it, right? This is number 2. Okay. Whoops. I'm missing a piece of my tape. No worries. I am taping down both the cardstock and the mask. Okay. Let's see. See this right here? This is going to cover up the branches that we've just colored, and it carries down the whole way. Now I need a freshie. I need some fresh tape. Hello, Della. Thank you for sharing. Della reminds me to please remind you, if you are enjoying this video, please share it. Please, please. I ask you that so humbly and with the most gratitude. I really do, because it helps my channel and my page so much gain traction with other paper crafters. And also, you may have some people you share it to you didn't even know they wanted to paper craft with you, and then you'll find some new friends. Okay, so now we have that down. I'm going to use the Pumpkin Pie Light Blend on my stencil. Crazy town, get out. No, I won't get out. I colored this one. It's probably going to be 6s, right? But when you're coloring it, it's a little, you have to keep referring to the stamp. It's a little tough to figure out what's space and what's the tree. So we don't have to do that. By the way, sequoia trees don't turn this color. This is completely art interpretation. Okay, so I'm taking light pecan pie and let's do this. I'm going to color in the edges, kind of like when you're painting a wall, when you're stippling or whatever. That's not a thing anymore. But in the 80s, try and find a wall that didn't have stippling on it. My house included. Okay, so I'm coming in from the edges. I'm working in from the edges. Oh, this is definitely faster than freehand. Oh, yeah. And I'll be very interested to see if there's a difference. Okay, looking good. And then, yes, I know that there's going to be ink on my mask, but I'm going to show you. That will come off. Do not be afraid. Okay. So, yes, I put everything I had to do yesterday. I put everything I had to do into yesterday. My goodness. I did some stuff outside. I washed the dogs. I cleaned the house. Now, I always have extra house cleaning. Like, I have a couple things that I want to get done tonight, but they don't have to get done. And really, I just want to get them done because I'm going to be stamping with all of you the whole week. So I'm so excited. I can hardly stand it. Okay, let's take a look. Beautiful. Beautiful. All right. Hey, yeah, Anna, you can put anything in the stencils. We're going to put something else in the stencils too, and it's not going to be blending brush. I'm just saying. Okay, now let me bring this Jinky chamois in and try not to touch the green part and show you that this does not come off with water. But it's okay because you are like me. You have this within arm's reach, okay? We use it for a lot of different things. So put it onto a makeup remover pad off to the side here. And then bring that in and it just wipes right off. And you don't even, I don't know if you need to do that. I don't know that it's gonna come off with anything other than alcohol, okay? So make sure you get that picked up though and dry this off or wipe it up. I'm always using the rubbing alcohol. And that keeps your mask really nice. Okay, so don't be afraid to use those because that's how you clean it up. All right. I love it when you're all saying hello to each other. It's like a party I'm not even invited to. I'm just the entertainment, and I'm okay with that. All right. Number 3. We want number 3. I'm looking for the number 3 stencil. Please stand up. Here it is. Okay. So number 3 up here in the corner. And we are going to use the blending brush on this. We're still using pumpkin pie, but we're going to ink it intensely so we get this dark color. All right. So again, I am just using the existing stencil that's there to see where I want this covered. And this one's a little more tricky. So guess what? I just do what I like. There we go. Okay. Now let's bring in, oh, and by the way, this will just come off with water and you can set it aside like I'm doing now. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take all of them into the sink and they're going to get a good scrub in there. Okay. Pumpkin pie, it's your big time to shine. Okay. All right. So now I'm doing this extra because I can see that I've re-inked this and I'm just trying to get the ink. See it in there? So I'm trying to move the ink around since I'm here anyway. Before my retreat, I re-inked a lot of the ink pads. So, okie dokie. See with the glass mat, you just rub that off over there, and then you can go back and pick it up. And so you don't waste that ink. Whereas if you're using grid paper, it just gets absorbed into the paper, right? And then you have to go back to the ink pad every time. I'm holding this one. There's quite a bit of surface area. Now see how I'm bringing my brush, kind of doing figure eights. I want to come in from both sides of these shapes so that one side isn't less than the other one. This never gets old. I love picking up the stencil. Isn't that beautiful? I mean, look at it. It's so pretty. I'm in love with it. So here's the one again. The trunk is much darker, right? Because I used my blends over here. So if you like that look, and here it is just with the blending brush, which is totally fast. It didn't take long to color with blends either, but if you were making a lot of them, if you're doing swaps with them or Christmas cards or something, then keep this in mind because bundles that have stencils are really quick and really impressive on the coloring. Okay, let me find a place to put these here. Let me put these under here. Okay, so now we're going to die cut this out. I am going to just trim this paper so I can put it in the mini. And do I really have to go back to work tomorrow? I mean, seriously, it's been so fun. I know, Lori, it is pretty colors, right? It's just 2 colors. We're just layering on different intensities. Okay. Pretty, pretty. Now I need to get myself to to see the sequoias in California. I have not done that. I have these 2 plants in my backyard, 2 trees, and they're called giant weeping sequoias. And they kind of look like Dr. Seuss trees. People call them that sometimes when they see them. because they grow straight up. They're no more than this wide, probably at most 3 feet wide. And the branches grow almost straight down. So the branches inside die. And then the outside branches are these big, heavy, dark green branches. And they hold a bunch of snow in the winter and they look so gorgeous. But they grow straight up. And then every once in a while, they'll just throw out an arm or they'll like take a 90-degree angle and then go up in the air. And it's so fun because it's nature. You get what you get. And now I'm taking this edge off. I thought that it could look a little bit better. I probably have my die cut just slightly over. So that's okay. Fine tuning. All right. Beautiful. And we already have our little sentiment strip, which again was from Stylish Shapes. Okay. So please keep that in mind. Is this on anyone's list? If you are a customer and you haven't gotten this set yet, who's going to get this set? Jean, you're brilliant. I do believe it's too hot to go to work. It is going to be hot in the building in the afternoon because we do this conservation stuff. Yes, that's for the birds. And so I'm going to be coming home. I'm going to tell them it's a safety risk. We're really into safety. So I'm going to say safety is a value and it's too hot for me to safely work. But yes, it's all right. I enjoy work. I don't know why I'm complaining. Because I want to come in here and craft all day tomorrow. You guys, I missed Creativity Now doing it live. Again, because I went live with my BOGO sale, right? And then I had a bunch of stuff to do here before I went to the wedding. And so I just kind of saved it for a time when I was less busy. I'm not sure when that's going to be, but I can't wait. So, and Creativity Now, for those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, it is a demonstrator only event that is prepared for us by Stampin' Up. And again, we got an opportunity to purchase a brand new bundle from the upcoming mini catalog that's not available to customers until September. So we really got to jump on it. I will be featuring it this coming week. And it's called the Winterly Treetops, I think. Something like that. Somebody correct me. And I can't wait to make the projects and then come live with something. And Sue, you don't know how true that is. I mean, you're not even joking. I know. I'm with you, Laura. The fall colors are so beautiful. I mean, fall is my fave. But I do try now to appreciate summer a little bit. It's early, early mornings. Like, it makes me very cognizant of like, get up and get going. And did I walk the dog yesterday? No, but I did on Friday. And we got up early before I started work. And anyway, I'll be doing that again tomorrow. So, yeah, there are definitely things I enjoy. But see, that's just beautiful by itself. You haven't even added the orange yet. So it's that beige is really a great addition. It really is a lot like Sahara sand. Sahara sand, my fancy Australian friends would say that. Okay, this is going to go down first. Now, one thing I'm thinking I want to do is I want to use minis this time. Summer, yeah, Jean, we're the same. Fall's your favorite. Summer's your least favorite. Mm-hmm. Samesies. But what's that saying? It was on a stamp one time. Life doesn't have to be perfect to be wonderful. Yeah. I enjoy stamping in here with you guys. It's not really a nature thing, but I enjoy stamping in here with you guys when it's too hot to do anything outside. This is how I'm going to do the dimensionals this time. That's across the top. because this I have this laying right over the bow, and I feel like it created a speed bump, you know. The old speed bump. I put regular size dimensionals on it without thinking. Oh, this is so much better. So now it lays just about flat because the linen thread is holding up the bottom part of it. Okay, where's that beautiful? Come on, beautiful baby. Okay, I put again a couple of minis. So this is going to go in front of this that's already sitting down. Oh, actually, I have that. I have a mini here and a mini here. Probably overkill, but will be the first time I've I've overkilled something. No, I know, Alicia. It's like, I mean, I'm always amazed at my yard in the summer. Um, it's even when they're fighting, you know what I mean? I'm like, look at them fight and look great. But dang it, I like it when they look all succulent and full of water in the spring and the fall. Um, but yeah, I don't know. What can I say? My friend Katie loves summer. It's her favorite. That's my best friend. And I'm like, this is probably our biggest point of contention. Now, she doesn't, you know, constantly fight me about it because she would lose. But yeah, she loves summer. Like, go right ahead. But she went to Greece in summer, Greece and Italy in summer. And I was like, I don't even know if you gave me that trip for free if I go. I think I would just burn up. Okay, so now I'm coming in here, and again, we're putting this big loopy bow kind of behind the tree. I'm going to bring the loop part out in front. And this is so gorge. I'm in love. And I already knew what the card was going to look like. I can't find my take your pick tool. So we're just going to find this one and bring it out. Dang it. You're a gorgeous lady. And then I brought in the 2426 in color shimmer gems. Currently, I think unavailable or on low inventory. One of the few things, you guys, Stampin' Up! Is rocking it right now because we just keep buying stuff and they just keep putting it back into inventory. There is very little that is not in inventory right now. And besides shopping my BOGO and getting that tremendous 50% off, essentially, you can also get an additional 10% off of bundles. So dye bundles from the catalog are actually 20% off through June instead of 10% off. Dear Lord, look at these cards. I mean, don't you want to make your own? Just playing with the masks. It's so fun. Yeah, I like the designer series paper in there. This one's fine too. I'll send this to somebody who wants to rest their eyes, making me want a bonfire. Yes, I'm going to erupt into a bonfire, Laura. Okay, we're on to card two. That's a good one, though. I don't know. This card coming up, it's half finished. So I'm not because, and now as I told you, I like am changing my gears on it as I was getting ready to come on. So we are going to change it. Alicia hates to sweat. I get it. I'm laughing with you. When I went to that wedding yesterday, I was like, there is no amount of deodorant I can put on. It's going to save me. Now, like I said, it turned out great because it was just so nice in this place. But yeah, it could have turned out really ugly. All right. Cherry cobbler, which Jean said she loves to use in the fall and winter. Well, your wish is my command, Jean. We have a cherry cobbler card base, 4¼ by 11. It's gonna look, it's the same dimensions on the front, but we are gonna turn it to the side and do a little bomb diggity with it. Okay, this is a portrait sketch though, but if we turn it this way, okay, so there you go. Now I have some DSP again from Iconic Imagery. That let's see, what is that? What is that? Usually I like to tell you what's on the other side. I don't know. Fall foliage. But we're going to put the print right in here. Let's do that right now. So that when our person opens it, they're like, what? Oh my goodness. That is gorgeous. This is no card from the store. This is a handmade card because it's deluxe. Yeah, baby. Isn't that beautiful? Garden green, cherry cobbler. You know I love me some garden green. I guess I secretly do. A white insert 4 by 5 1/4. Okay, we'll come back to that. Now, here's what I had first. I had this planned out, which may still work just fine. But I was like, no, really, if I want to follow the sketch, stuff needs to be placed this way. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Now look at these. See, something's going on there. I'm going to show you what I did. What do you think it is? Who knows what this is? Somebody will know. There we go. The camera couldn't even handle the gorgeousness. The camera said, I can't handle it. It's too beautiful. And then I had this, right? I don't know. I think we're going to switcheroo a little bit. Okay, everybody, let's do these trees. They are pretty. Let's do the trees first, and then we'll probably come back and use these trees. And there's a reason why. Watercolor? Nope, not watercolor. You can keep guessing. What do you think I've done to the trees? The treatment to the trees is different than last time. So I don't know why I'm putting tape on this at this point, but we'll go ahead with it, right? Okay, let me bring in the tree. I want the larger tree to stamp first. I have so many lovely things sitting here that I'm getting lost. I can't see the forest for the trees. I know, lame. Yeah, I'm going to pick this up because I stamp at an angle, right? Because I'm left-handed. Okay, so I did this one in garden green, I believe. Yeah, I did. I switched back and forth between garden green and shaded spruce. So I stamped this one in garden green, and then I brought shaded spruce in and did a little bit of masking. So let's just do that. Pretty just as it is. Hello, Kathy. Very nice to see you. And then let's stamp the little ones since we're here. And the little ones are going to get stamped in shaded spruce. So more of a bluish green, like a spruce. If you want to add some blue to your yard, you can get some sort of a blue spruce situation going. I don't like a standard blue spruce because they're really fat. I'm not fat shaming them. They take up a ton of real estate in your yard. So, okay. Now I'm going to cut these apart at this point. I ended up cutting them. Well, no, I'm going to leave them like this because of the masking. That's right. Stop your enabling again. Oh, I'm just getting started. Jean is always like, should I watch her or should I not watch her? Because it's rough. But Jean, if you join my team, you can get a discount on all of this product, at least 20%. And you could already be playing with it. Come on. It's a deal. It's the best deal that Stampin' Up! Has to offer. And basically, it's better than any individual deal I could give you on my own. So if anyone is interested in getting yourself a great deal, finding out more about me and my team, the Zoo Crew, you can find a link in the description below this video that it talks about joining and getting your discount on all your product. And that's where you will find out about me, and you'll see pictures, and you'll find out why I do what I do. Well, I mean, that's a long story, but I mean, with regard to Stampin' Up. Okay, so it's very clear on this one where the mask goes. This is mask. Now, these are numbered 1, 2, 3. No, these are lettered ABC. The other ones have numbers, right? Okay, it's very clear. Now I need to move this a tiny bit. You can see the top, the very top little pyramid, and it makes it really easy. And then if you just follow the rest of the branches, they really kind of fall in line. You can see that. Okay, so I'm going to do garden green. Looks like I did garden green. Okay. Oh gosh, now I got these confused. What do I got going on? That looks pretty blue. Yeah, okay. All right then. Oh yeah, that's proper. You guys can't see that, but I'm coming in a little light. I'm not bearing down with all my bicep weight, all my big muscles. Okay. I'm making a lighter. We're using the lighter color, or in this case, a lighter shade first. We may come back in with shaded spruce on the other one. Yeah, I think we will. Okay, and then let's take a look. This is the fun part. It's so pretty. It never gets old, does it? I have to pick it up and I have to show you because you could leave your tree just like this and it's gorgeous. It's so pretty. Look at that. Okay, but we're not going to. We're going to do more. More is better in this house. Okay, let's take our shaded spruce and mask number 2. Or mask number B, that's what I said. Okay, do I want, let's see. I think I want to change it up a little bit. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to clean this off so I don't mix a bunch of ink and then kind of get it mixed on my ink pad. You know, peanut butter and chocolate situation. And this, and then finally I'll pick it up one more time. Okay, so as you can see, the classic Stampin' ink just comes right up off of the mask. Looks perfect. Just should make sure that's dry. Okay, and so then coming in over this is a little bit different, but just look at the top and then kind of like a pyramid. Like I look at the top and then I like pivot until I can see that it's going over the rest of the shape. Okay, so this one is a little shaded spruce. Are you with me? Hello, ladies. Is everyone here? Being awfully quiet. Is it because you're mesmerized by my masking? If so, carry on. Okay, now we're going to bring in shaded spruce, a bluish green. Because why not? Because we can. And again, I'm just working back from the ink that's left on my glass mat. You can put the glass mat in a starter kit today. You don't have to wait until the 3rd. So when everybody else is hustling around and can't get theirs before the 4th of July weekend, you will have your goodies. And you can also put this frosted forest and so many other online exclusives. So all the new stuff that I'm using this coming week, you can get it too. You can get it tonight. Just go on over there, join my team, and you get lots of extra stuff when you join my team too. We haven't even talked about that because I don't want to overload you. I just want you to know there's lots of great options. And that added another layer. I maybe could have gone even darker, but it's okay because we're going to bring in that final touch to decide what it was. Does anybody know what that is? What did I do to this thing that looks a little extra? So we're going to bring in plate or stencil C. And once again, you can tell pretty clearly on the top and then just pivot around till you find it. Okay. And I need some tape. Wink of Stella. No, but it looks like Wink of Stella. Kind of. If you were here and you saw it, you would know what it was, Anna. But you may have not thought about this stuff for a while. Now, what do you think it is? What do you think it is now? Tools of the trade. These are the palette knives available on the website. And this is our shimmery embossing paste. Shimmery white embossing paste. Shimmery. Yeah. Yes, please. I want some shimmery snow on top of my trees. And this is so fun. If you're tactile seeking like I am, you will love playing with embossing paste. Now, the thing with embossing paste, like this piece, it's kind of dry. It goes dry, kind of easy. Anna, oh my gosh, I'm so happy to bring you the bling. Shimmery white embossing paste. And we also have white embossing paste. And you can use your re-inkers and make embossing paste any color you want to. But we're just using white because it doesn't get, we don't want our snow to be miscolored. So let's put this down. No, let me talk about this first, and then we're going to put it down. We have a tendency to just use this periodically in the winter, right? And then we close it up and then we come back and it's all dried out like Play-Doh. Keep it in the bag that it comes in, okay? You can also cover this with some cling wrap and then put the lid back on. I don't have any in here. I would show you that, but cover it with cling wrap and then put this back on tight. That helps to extend the life of it. It will just dry out. So you know what? Use it and enjoy it. Okay. And it's also not that expensive. So when you have to buy more, it's no big deal. So here's the palette knife. We have 3 palette knives in the set. I like to scrape this off. Now the thing with your masks and embossing paste is it's going to stick a little bit. You want to wash them off immediately, which is why I need you to allow me just about 30 seconds to take this next door into my restroom and wash this off. I will be right back. You can ooh and ah appropriately. I go back waiting for dinner. Okay, I'll be out there soon. Okay. So I just went and just rinsed it with water. You can see there's some scratching and stuff. This is what will happen. And they work just fine. But this is why I said in the beginning, I ordered 2 sets of masks accidentally, but I'm actually happy I did. That's great because now I'll just save 1 set of masks for embossing paste and 1 set of masks just for coloring. And you do want to get the paste off of the palette knives as well. And you won't get it all off and that's okay. See, I've used it to mix, and that's what they look like. Okay, so don't worry if they get a little bit stained because these are your tools of the trade. That's what they look like. Okay, I'm not going to do the small ones. You need to set this aside and let it dry a little bit. Here's what's happened. It was white, right? Now what happens is some of the color leaches into the embossing paste and makes it look like, I don't know, kind of like Christmas lights, or if this was in a forest, it would look like it was just really dry snow. Okay, so this is one I did earlier, and it's been sitting here and it's crunchy. It's slightly textural. Okay, I mean, I can't really show you, but it's a thin layer that's taller than the rest of it. But I can still run it through the die cut. I'm just only going to run it through once. It's not a detailed die. And so we're just cutting out the outside of this tree. I'm definitely going to tape it down because I don't want to mess up the die cutting. And I'm just going to run it through once, and the shimmer paste stays on there. Okay. Let's see. So now we get to cut out this beautiful tree. And I'm cutting out the first one that I did off camera with you because the other one needs 5-ish minutes to dry. And I'm not going to make you wait. It's like watching embossing paste dry. And newsflash, it's not very exciting. So let's just get this guy going. And that paste is affixed. Okay, nothing's happening to it. This low tack tape doesn't take it off, doesn't tear. Oh, it's so cute, isn't it? I love it. The camera doesn't know what to do when I hold it so close. I think that's going to end up being our feature. I had 2 of the other ones, and they're perfectly fine. I like them, but you know what? I think now that I've changed the sketch around, I think this is going to probably do the trick. And so I don't want to do too much. I don't want to overdo it. The tree is so beautiful. Okay, so we are going to, this is thinner. This is 1, and then this one is 1 1/8. Okay. And so I'm going to put them like that and put them over here. And then I'm going to bring another rectangle in here of some other paper. Let's see what we have. Now, I could just use a solid color. I wish we had some shimmer. Let's see. Do we have garden green? No, we don't. Do we have cherry cobbler? No, we don't. Let's see what we have. Oh, we can also bring in, oh, how about a polka dot? I like a polka dot. Right off the bat. That's good. This is called iconic imagery, I believe. Iconic celebrations. Sorry. But the stamp set's cool, and it's lots of different things, right? It's all your fall kind of holidays. Okay, let me get this. Let me get this wiped off. Oh, see, I knew I needed the chamois. Jean's going to look in her hoard and see if you can find embossing paste. Okay. You better find out, Jean, because you know what? It's one of those things that kind of goes unorderable for a while in the fall, winter, when we all start making our Christmas cards. So if you buy it now, you can go find something in my BOGO shop. Yeah. Okay, so this was the other one that I had here that also has embossing paste on it. Smaller little bits of embossing paste. So it really looks like the whole tree is shimmery. And then this again was the one that we made together. So, okay, what do I have here? 2 1/4 by 3 3/4. Let me cut this. 2 1/4 by 3 3/4. Okay. We'll stick with that. See how she works out. 3 3/4. Is anybody reading anything good lately? Huh? Are you reading anything good, friends? You have your cart full. Yay! I think you can always shove one or two other things in there. Okay, now, yeah, I think I might like that actually. We're gonna bring it down a little bit though because um, is that cherry cobbler or is that crushed curry? What is it? What do you guys think? It has to be cherry cobbler. Just looks slightly different. Let me see. Uh-oh. There's Cajun craze in here too. And cherry cobbler. I don't want you guys chastising me for sticking some Cajun craze where it doesn't belong. No, it's not Cajun craze. It can't be. It's too cherry cobblerish. Let's see here. I don't know. It might be. Just a minute. We have options. We have options. Let me find the Regals. Regals, where are you? Okay. So funny. I think that is Cajun craze. I think it is. Look at it. Oh man, I almost made a big mistake. Wouldn't have been that big. Okay, let's look at cobbler. Oh shoot. Yeah, no. It's in the Regals, but a lot of other reds are in the Regals too. So that looks like real red. That's Cajun craze. Yeah, that's Cajun craze paper I pulled. This is cherry cobbler. And that's too busy. With the stripe, with the botanical, not the botanical, either the stripe or the circles. Yeah, baby. I think I like not that thing. That's too busy. You guys want the stripe or the circles? I can't decide, so I'm going to make you decide. You do that. I'm going to put away Cajun craze. Get out, Cajun craze. You don't belong here today. We will use you later. Okay, you guys tell me in the comments, circles or stripes? Come on, don't be shy. There's no wrong answer. Oh, no. I don't want, with that plaid, it needs to be a white pattern. Yeah. Sue, you're very diplomatic. Either will work. She said either will work. Why are you worried? Why are you worried about this? Stripes. There we go. Kathy says stripes. Come on. No, that's too busy. Okay. Cute paper though. We've got some champagne glasses in there, all sorts of stuff. Stripes, circles. First one to get to 3, we're taking it. 2 1/4 by 3 3/4. Ooh, 2 and 2. We're tied at stripes and circles. Who's gonna break the tie? Stripes or circles? That means there's no wrong answer. Stripes. There we go. Stripes has it. I was like, I'm just going to start cutting, see what happens. Let's do it this way. 2 1/4, 3 3/4. Boop. Pretty. Okay. That is why you always want to have at least one pack of the Color Family Designer Series paper. Yes. No, I got stripes, Jean. Jean, you didn't come in. Right, right after the wire. Oh, I see that now. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Circles were at 3. We're using stripes. Stripes is cut. But you were right. Jean, you came in first. It said circle. It was so early, I didn't even see it. Sorry. That's why I can't work for the lottery. I'm just not reliable. Okay, so this is 6 inches long, and the garden green one is 8.5 inches long because you know me. I like to make sure that um, my card or my designer series paper goes edge to edge when that's my intention. I don't like it when it stops just a tiny bit from the edge. I hate it. Like, hate it. We'll redo a card if that happens. So, the one way I make sure that doesn't happen is I make it too long on purpose and then trim it. What? Oh, right. The insert was still in there. I was trying to keep track of it. So, cutie, cutie. This is weird, you guys. Like I said, it's like 100 degrees. I'm making a Christmas card. Weird, but fun. Okay, I think what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to cut a piece of white to support it, and I am going to glue those two things together and put it up on dimensionals. Okay, 2.25 by 3.75. 2.25. I'm very happy I got everything listed on BOGO so you guys can take a look, and I hope you're finding things that you like. Some of you have already shopped it, placed your orders, and if you did so, I have a piece of that tape on my toe. If you have already shopped, and just know that your items are coming to you tomorrow morning. Okay, so or they're ready for pickup. Some people are picking them up if you're local, and you want to do that. Like, can I tell you something? There is a Home Depot less than a mile and a half from me, just up on the hill. Parking's not bad. Traffic, not bad. I needed an extra garden hose for a long story, but I needed an extra garden hose yesterday. I could order it online and go pick it up for free, or I could have it delivered for $9. I had it delivered for $9, and I was happy to do so. Time was money yesterday, and I was like, look, we're just gonna go for this. And somebody is gonna get $9 and be totally happy, right? So anyway, that was like, okay, it wasn't exactly next door, but it was pretty close. And if I need groceries this week when it's so hot, I may have those delivered too. I might. That's very close. That's less than a mile from my house. I might be like, no, I'm not leaving. If it's like a day when I'm working from home, it's gonna be tough. Gonna be a tough one. Oh, look so cute. I'm in love with it. But we want something in the background. We want some stuff in the background, like we did on that other card, like we did on our first card. I gotta get moving. I gotta get moving. Okay, so I'm gonna put this right in cherry cobbler. 43. Yeah. The videos are getting a tad longer. I'm gonna try and keep them more in check this week. Okay, we won't I won't drone on and on. I will try not to. I'll try not to. Now you could spritz this if you wanted. You could, take a little stamp that looks like splatter if you wanted to. So then I'm going to end up putting this about here, and I'm going to put this here. And now, sentiment. We have the coolest stamp set with the coolest dies. Greetings of the season. I will be featuring this as its own video during this week, but if you purchase it, look at the dies. Oh yeah, ba-bam. 9, I believe. 9 label dies. Now the little hole for thread punches out every time automatically. But if you don't want to have that showing, you just put a little element in front of it, an embellishment, a bow, right? You cut out a tree and put it in front. Fine. Hello, Roz. So this is beautiful. Look at this, a mix of fonts and a mix of sentiments. They are, buildable. I love the season's greetings, though. It's probably my favorite sentiment to put on cards. I don't know. I don't know why, but in this case, I'm feeling it. So this is going to be kind of representational of the banner when we flip this thing on its side. And so I feel like the season's greetings is going to go right over here. Do we have a circle that's big enough for that? Or I want to bring in a round shape because everything else is lines and square, but it can't be humongous. And circles sometimes have to be a little bit large. I'm going to look at Spotlight on Nature. I think the stamp sets back out of inventory. Oh, bless our hearts. This one too big. Awfully big. It might be kind of cool, but I'm afraid it's going to dwarf the tree. Okay, let's look then at let's see this one. I think it's too small. I need an oval is what I need. When are we going to get a set of ovals? Come on. I need. Just joking. Oh, hold it. Get out of town, Lisa. I mean, it's like you said it and it showed up. Oh. Okay. All right. Settle down. You're so excited. Okay. See, I wasn't even going to use those dies today, but I can't help but use them because they're the perfect shape. Okay. Season's greetings. That's gorgeous. Wait, Mrs. Wareheim would love this this cursive writing. It's beautiful. It's bordering on calligraphy. Okay, cherry cobbler, where'd you go? I wish somebody would bring me a nice little scoop of that right now. Oh, nice, Jean. Jean has her groceries delivered, and the lady even puts them on her table. That's nice. You know what? I think the guy, it's not always a guy. I think they would do that for me, but my roommates, I just have them leave them on the step because my roommates are such toads. I'm afraid they're gonna like trip people when they come in my house. I'll be sued by the grocery delivery person. Looks good. We could do better. That was its initial stamping, kind of like the first pancake. Oh, Sue, I'm so glad you feel that way because I like watching people's processes too. And I try to balance that with not making a 3-hour video, right? But sometimes that's the secret sauce you need to know. Is like, what did we skip or what was our first choice? And then we found something else. And so, yes, thank you for mentioning that. Okay, this I'm in love with Greetings of the season, right? Greetings of the season. I don't know why I'm showing you that way. Um, guess what? You can put it in a starter kit tonight. Don't wait for that July 3rd business. That's, you know, 10 days away. Get it now. $99 plus tax gets you $125 of product of your choice. You don't have to get this, but if you want to, you can. And guess what? Customers can't get this stuff right now. They have to wait until July 3rd. And make no mistake, I love having you as a part of my Stampin' Tribe. Whether you are a beloved customer or whether you are a beloved team member, but I want you to choose the thing that's right for you. And there's just a lot of benefits to taking taking the starter kit option. There just is. So, and there's not a lot of down because guess what? You can shop between now and August, September, October, November, December, January. You sign up today, you can shop between now and the end of January and purchase nothing else. And Stampin' Up says, thanks. Nice doing business with you. And look, we're going to hide that right there. God, we're clever. Okay. So anyway, yeah, get your starter kit. Not a big deal. I don't bother you. I mean, I bother you about fun stuff. Like, do you want to come do fun stuff with us? Do you want to meet with the team once a month via Zoom? Do you want to meet at my house? Do you want to go to a restaurant? Which we do all that. And you don't have to be near me, though. You just have to live in the United States. And you can't live in this household, which guess what? You all qualify. Well, the United States part is the kicker. But anyway, yeah, it's like a good deal for most people, even if you do it for a while. And then guess what? You can come back to me as a customer. And then guess what? You can join on the team again. Stampin' Up doesn't care. I think it's all great. Whatever works for you in whatever time of life. That's what works for me. That's how I live my life. And it seems to work out. So, oh, Roz is Roz is getting better. We're trying to send her all our healing thoughts, aren't we? Yes, we are. Look at this. Dang it. You've got to get this bundle. I mean, just do. Because I'm telling you right now, I'm going to be working with it. You're going to be mad that you don't have it and you can't craft along with me. I don't want you to be mad. No, I don't want my friends to be mad. We're going to have that come off just a tiny bit. It's very interesting, right? Look, and then this fits right in there. God, we're brilliant. I'm not going to put glue. I put my finger here and then I go, okay, from there down, you can put glue, but nowhere else because this thing is sitting up on a dimensional. And then we just move this branch around until it gets right in there, nestle it right in there. Is this cute or what? It's gorgeous. When I send this out, I'm going to be like, this is the first card I made in June. Okay, let's see. I would like to put a dimensional on that to hold it down. Why didn't I do that before? Oh, because that would have been too easy. Okay. Just nestle that back in there. Oh, she's so beautiful. She needs embellishments. I know you guys want to go eat dinner, so do I, but we must take care of embellishments first. Any suggestions? Carol, you know what? I know. And I'm not throwing shade at anybody, but sometimes things are edited to the nth degree, and then I go, how'd that even materialize? Because I don't understand. We don't have anything cherry cobbler, I don't think, but we have a lot of white. We have a lot of clear. We definitely could bring white in. We have these clear opal rounds, but I almost kind of want to play off of that embossing paste and bring some sparkly in. Oh, what? have these. Remember these? These are still current. They didn't retire, but that's Poppy Parade. Nope. I might think about those white discs. They're a little too modern for this. This is like you know, a beautiful, just classic little Christmas card. I haven't even done the inside, but we're not going to do that. It's going to be naked. Naked! Look away! It's a naked site for cards. Naked! Oh, it's only half naked. Okay. Um, take your pick tool. Take your pick. I have 5. Where are they? Not in front of me. Here we go. Okay. Aw, yes. These are good. 2, 3. Let's grab a big one. 4, 5. It just makes me happy. It's nothing particularly funny about it. I just love it. Friends, Romans, countrymen, lend me your ears. We have had so much fun today. I'm so glad to get back to Stamp and Chat Sketch with you. And you know what would make me happy is if you are so inclined, no, if you are so inspired after this lovely visit, I want you to make a sketch, make a project inspired by this sketch, and post it in the comments underneath a photo of this card and this card over on my Facebook page. Okay. It'll be there later tonight after I have some dinner because I grilled a steak yesterday. So I have part of a steak left over, potato salad, and baked beans. I'm going to have some dinner first and then I'm going to post these cards on my Facebook page. And I want you to use the sketch to inspire your own creation. And you're going to get a lot of accolades, and people are going to be so adoring of your creations. And then I'm going to enter you in a drawing. Now, just a minute. I just saw one little weird thing with this pearl. It happens every once in a while. And that is that the glue dot is offset and gets to be larger than the pearl. No, it's fine. It's fine. Just pretend you don't see that. And then I'm going to put a sentiment in there on a white piece of cardstock. It's going to be something beautiful from Greetings. I like this one. Look at that. May your holiday season be filled with warmth and cheerful celebration. Well, we have a lot of time together before we get to your holiday celebrations, and I hope you're going to be crafting with me today and for the next, well, until next Friday. Don't forget, it's a very zoo, no, what did I call it? Stamp and Zoo Christmas series. I don't know. Let me see. I'm going to bring it up. Look for this icon and you'll know you're in the right place. Okay. A very zoo Christmas. I thought that was easy until I tried to recall it. So here are the dates again when I will be live Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday of this coming week. I'm going to shoot for 6:30. I might be a little bit late some nights. Okay. But I'm going to shoot for 6:30, even Thursday on June 27th. We're going to start a little bit earlier for this series. Okay, so I hope I can catch lots of you for it. And I hope you've had fun with this. I have. Obviously, I did, didn't I? I was like, you could feel the joy, I hope, because I'm so happy to be back here with you and to be crafting with new things. Frosted Forest. Don't forget to add that shimmery embossing powder. Go over and look at my BOGO goodies. And have a great night, everybody. I'll talk to you soon, like tomorrow. Okay, I'll have something new and fun for you then. And